So Danny, if you want to find more about Baba Nyonya culture, best thing is to speak to a local, of course. So I've arranged to meet a friend here who is going to tell us all about the culture, and he also lives in a very typical Baba Nyonya house. So let's go and say hello.
Let's go.
Aha.
Oh, hi, Johan.
Hey Cedric, how are you doing?
Fine. Welcome.
Hey, good to see you.
Oh, you got a friend with you?
Yeah, this is Danny.
Nice to
Hi,
meet
welcome,
you.
Danny.
I'm Danny.
Come in, please.
So Cedric, tell us more about the architecture of your house.
This house is about more than 100 years old. All right, very old house. Typical shop houses of Melaka. Very narrow frontage, but actually very, very long to the back.
Why is it so long?
In those days, we were taxed according to our frontage, the width of the frontage. So the narrower the frontage is, the less taxes you pay. But we Chinese actually smarter.
Always find ways around things.
Yeah. So this is the main hall of the building. Yeah. This is where we hold all our religious rites, and in those days, this is where we greet our guests. This is the dark hall, but I've converted this hall into the ancestral worship hall.
Okay.
So it's a very snug hall where I would hold all activities in regards to praying to my ancestors here. This is a picture of my great-great-great-grandfather from China. It's basically a hall of remembrance.
Yeah.
So this is the inner courtyard. In fact, the first inner courtyard of the house. And we are not even halfway yet.
Nice.
This is just the second hall of the house. So when it rains, actually the whole the rainwater will actually collect right down here.
Oh, right, yeah, it's open, isn't it, to the air?
Yeah.
nice.
So you get free sunlight, fresh air.
Yeah, you don't need to put your lights on, I suppose.
Yeah, so it's very cooling around here actually. Right, so this is actually previously the ancestral hall, but I've converted this to the living area, so we can actually laze around here. Come, take a seat.
Okay, thanks.
I'm always very curious towards why the name of Baba Nyonya?
Baba refers to the gentleman, nyonya the ladies. Baba is actually a word from India, denotes elderly gentleman, whereas nyonya is from Indonesia and originated from the word nona and came from Portuguese, dona. So basically Baba Nyonya refers to gentleman and the lady. Our forefathers came here, some said during the Sultanate era, but
When was that?
during the Sultanate era would be probably in the 16th century. But most of us actually arrived here. My forefather, for example, arrived here during the time where industry is booming, for example, mining, rubber planting and everything. So he was here since the early 19th century. So that's why I'm basically the 6th generation here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and he came here alone. So he got married to a local woman. So, and the local woman speaks Malay. So that's the reason why we speak a lot of Malay. And perhaps for that matter too, we also observe local customs as well.
So you do have your own particular customs and ways of doing things then?
Yeah, actually, even though the root is still Malay for that matter, but we have somehow made it ours. We still observe the ancestral worship, for example, and we even pay respects to our elders during festive occasion.
Yeah. So your baju, is that very typical of Baba Nyonya clothes?
This is known as a Chinese jacket. Normally the gentlemen would wear this costume, but the ladies, they are more colorful. The older ones in those days would actually wear something which is a long tunic up to the knee, known as the baju panjang or the long blouse. But nowadays, the younger women folks, they prefer something which is more snug, something which is more fashionable, the heavily embroidered kebaya. It's made from a very coarse sort of cotton, but very see-through, very sheer actually. And then they would get embroiderers to embroider lots of motifs onto the costumes. And then again, without any buttons, so you got to attach brooches to fasten the clothes together.
Okay.
So it's very beautiful actually, very ladylike to wear. It's basically to celebrate, to celebrate your body, that's all.
As a musician though, I'm always curious about local musical customs as well.
All right.
So are there any particular Baba Nyonya types of songs or music or anything?
Well, we are very well known for this particular type of music called Dondang Sayang.
Dondang Sayang.
Yeah, or basically strains of love. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it is basically a pantun. We call it a quatrain in English, with rhyming aims, and then it's normally sung by 2 or more people, and it can be in a form of rebuttal. That means I open the string of song with one quatrain, and then you either rebut or you compliment, or it's basically something that you would say, you would compose impromptu.
Thank you very much for welcoming us to you in your
Well,
house.
do come back anytime when you're back here in Malaysia.